Okay, so the plan for today, so first off, is, look at Wolfie. Always lazy. Like, I don't stage that. That's literally every single time I come down here. Let's go sleep. And the plan that I have is, well, first to take a nap. Hey, Todd. Hey, Nugget. Someone said recently in the comments that I favor Tot to Wolfie. I assume because Tot gets to lay up here in the bed, and Wolfie is charged with pretending to guard the storage area. But I don't favor either of them. I don't favor any of my pets. I don't think. Maybe Nugget. Usually I put Nugget in charge whenever I'm doing anything. But let's look. I don't have any... Yes, I do. Goodness gracious. Okay. I need to breed up my cows because they are getting low and I am getting hungry. I've got 13 steak to my name. Now, there are some things in here that could be considered spoilers. So, I don't want that to happen, obviously. Yum, 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 yum. There are some people that I've noticed in the comments that really don't like it when you kill animals in Minecraft, like on camera. And I know at the beginning of my series, I was not doing that. I would cut away and do that whole thing. Okay, let's take this out. But I don't know if I've been keeping up with that in the last few episodes, so I don't know. Maybe that person stopped watching or something. Okay, so we've got to do that. I may as well gather some more food, just so we have it. I like to do these kind of chores things, especially when I'm working on big projects, just to kind of, you know, take a step back and just play regular Minecraft and not be concerned about the crazy projects that I need to fix that. Anyway, but another thing, oh, that's not what I wanted. Another thing that I wanted to do, so if anyone's been around for a while, and I understand that the majority of my current viewers have not been around forever, but in my very first series, I had a cave base, and inside my cave base, I had basically an automatic, I called them golden potato dispenser. Sorry, I had to drink some tea. So, what it basically was, is I had a villager crop farm that was collecting potatoes. I had a bamboo farm that was just being used as fuel. And then, you know, I had a going into like a super smelter kind of thing, like a miniature style. And it wasn't fast. Like, I just had a chest, and every time I went to the chest, there would be baked potatoes there, right? How's it going, Satterfield? Just wanted to say I've been watching this series and really enjoying it. Awesome. I am thrilled at just the huge level of support that I've gotten with this series. It's been crazy. I'm floored. So thank you so much for watching it. I'm really glad you're enjoying it. I'm actually having a lot of fun making it. So if you go back to any of my old videos, I did all the like stuff that you're supposed to do, and supposed to do is in quotes. The things that you're supposed to do in Minecraft YouTube. So like the really fast editing and stuff like that, and the giant projects with the crazy time lapses where you would put a 12-hour project into a 20-second time lapse, that sort of thing. I don't want to do that anymore. That was the whole thing with this series, is I don't want to play like that anymore. That's not playing, that's making videos. And that's a really easy way to get burnt out. I forgot the carrots. So with this series, I'm like kind of breaking all the YouTube rules. all the things that I didn't like doing, the fast editing, the giant projects that would just take way too long. And then when it took longer than, you know, I intended, because I tried to get a video out every week, then I felt really bad about myself. And it was just not healthy. I really like making videos, and I really like playing Minecraft. So those things were all getting in the way of those two things that I really enjoy doing. Excuse me. Oh. So, yeah, I'm not doing that stuff anymore. I'm not spending like crazy amount of time getting the perfect thumbnail. Obviously, the titles of my videos, if you look at the titles, they don't follow any of the rules. So I'm kind of trying to see how many rules I can break and still have an audience, if that makes sense. Like, look, the first, what, 20, 30 seconds of each of my videos is no talking, which is against every single rule. It's just, you know, the cinematic little intros that I do. And those are some of my favorite parts of the video. Because the cool thing is, it's low stress. It's super low stress for me to make them. But it also, like, gets the wheels turning, if that makes sense. Stick these in here. Oh, I was saying, that's a thing that I do when I'm streaming. I'll start a topic and then I squirrel, you know. But in my very first series, in my little cave series, when I was just trying out, you know, getting better at Minecraft and figuring out this YouTube thing, that's back when my kids used to help out a lot with the videos too. But I had this baked potato dispenser, and I had a resource pack, I'm sure I still have it somewhere, that basically turned baked potatoes into golden potatoes. So they still had all like the, you know, nutritional value of baked potatoes, just a different skin basically, and they said golden potatoes. So I think I want to bring that back, mainly because if you look at my hunger bar right now, I got these potatoes for my hunger bar, and I don't know, why not, right? Sorry, I'm drinking my tea. Okay, so let's catch up here. I did not know I was so current in the series until I accidentally watched it over the past couple days and ran out of videos. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's only, what, I just put out episode 14. I'm working on 15 now. And that's another thing. I'm trying not to give any spoilers in this video. Because it wouldn't be too difficult. But so far, I think I've done a pretty good job at that. Oh, look, we've got an ocelot. Do I have... Hold on. Now, here's the question. Do we trap... Is he even going to let me... Hold on. I've got fish somewhere. I know I have fish. Do we trap this ocelot, or do we just let him kind of roam around? Come on. Plenty of fish. And I really miss the days when this is how you would get cats, by the way. Okay, where is he? I can't sprint. In fact, I should crouch. Maybe if I talk really quiet. Where'd he go? Come on, Ocelot. Who are you? Are you in with the cows? I don't know how you'd be in with the cows. You are in with the cows. No, I'll be quiet. I don't think it can jump out, so this might be a good thing. This might be like our... Actually, if I had a name tag, which you guys all know I don't have name tags. Because I'm worried if I just leave him in here, he'll despawn. Let's put this in the offhand. Hopefully that'll work. Come on. No sudden movements. So I have a cat, guys, and My cat is not skittish at all. Come on. I'm even hiding a little bit. So what do I do? Obviously this isn't working. It's not trying to come like take the fish or anything. So I think I'm just gonna go for it. Come here, come here. Oh. Where are you? Come on, come on, come on. Yes. Oh, I got you. Now what do I do with you? Okay. There's no way. No, I don't have any fence posts. Well, goodness. This is quite the conundrum. Okay, no cows. Come on. Yes. Right? Oh, you could have jumped over the whole time? Okay, I'm going to stick you right here for now. Anyway. Oh, I keep getting distracted. Yeah, the golden potato thing. I think that would be really cool. So that might be a little bit of a spoiler. I'm thinking the whole thing will be hidden because that's how I had it before. It was all like underground kind of thing. But I'm thinking maybe like a barrel right over there where I can just go at any time over to our Kevin the sushi guy and I can, you know, just get golden potatoes from him. I've got to find that resource pack somewhere. I should do these types of streams more often. You mean I should try doing it without spending the first 40 minutes trying to figure out audio issues. I love streaming. I'm out of practice, but I really enjoy streaming. I used to do it much more often, but it's just tough now. To be honest, and here's a little bit of inside baseball. And you, if you're watching this, which I don't think you are because you would have been in chat, keep this between us. You know who you are. So the inside baseball is I used to stream a lot during the day. I work from home. And that was all fine and dandy until I realized that someone that I work with also does Minecraft YouTube videos. So I reached out. I was like, hey, this is crazy, you know. But now ever since then, I'm kicking myself because they're subscribed to my channel and they're going to know if I'm on in the middle of the day. So yeah, that's been a thing. I need to get rid of that. Oh, and that. Okay. Let's sleep. Okay, let me see. The openings are beautiful. Thank you. Oh, and yeah, that's what I was saying. It greases the skids. It's a really easy, I don't want to say low effort because it does take some effort to make those things, right? But it's an easy way for me to get the juices flowing, the creative juices flowing, without any pressure. Really, that's what it is, okay? So it's no pressure creation to do those intros, and it really helps me to kick off my recording sessions. Okay, so I've got... Oh, Christopher, I don't think I said hi to you. Do I do this full time? No, not at all. I've been working a really long time on my career, and it would take a miracle for me to go full-time content creator. Which I don't think that's going to happen. Evelina, hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Welcome. Your husband and you enjoy... Oh, that's very nice. On your living room TV. Goodness. Hopefully you're not watching me in the living room right now on that big TV. I didn't shave or anything. Gotta love dad jokes. Oh, this is my... If you can hear this, this used to be my very favorite time-lapse music. It's called Neon Laser Horizon by Kevin MacLeod. I love this song. You'll have to get more than 4 next time. I must have missed it. Baked golden potatoes. So tell me, Is it Wygo Warrior? I've always wondered. Do you just say Wygo, or would you say like WYGO, or how does that work? I even Googled it at one point. I assume, and assumptions are always bad. Very 80s vibe. Yeah, I love this. This is like the perfect time-lapse music. It reminds me of like, if you watch Good Times with Scar, he has like the best time-lapse music. Oh, more than 4 name tags? Oh my goodness. That takes me so long. Hey Philip, how's it going? You watch it with your boys? That's awesome. I mean, the whole reason that I'm doing this, even playing Minecraft, is my kids. They got me into making videos. It started out with like a family server that I set up at home. And then during COVID, they just said one day, like, hey Dad, why don't you do that? You know, because we watched the Hermitcraft guys and all that. And they said, well, why don't you make those videos? And I was like, no, I can't do that. And then, for whatever reason, and I'll never know why, but my wife overheard in the next room, and she said, yeah, why don't you try it? My wife is not into any kind of video game, anything. So that was really surprising, and she's probably regretting that to this day. What was I going to do? Oh, I'm going to get rid of that dirt. So the other thing that I thought we might be able to do, I don't think we're going to have time. I mean, we might. You never know. Is I was thinking maybe we could do like try to find one of those pale oak forests or whatever. Maybe. I mean, we probably wouldn't find it because I don't even. That's a thing. Is I don't use like chunk base or anything like that with this world. I was actually upset that I found that the trial chambers. Goodness gracious, I couldn't think of it. The trial chambers. I was kind of upset that I found it because I was looking forward to doing the whole map thing. Yes, you said it right. WIGO stands for when you get old. Yep. So that was like a fitness thing, right? I do remember looking it up at one point, but it was a long time ago. So you've yet to find a one of those pale forest things? Now here's the thing. Like, I'm not going to do something like that in a normal video, mainly because I have no plans for anything in a pale forest right now. Like, I don't think it really goes with anything that I'm doing. Maybe the moss would be cool as texture. But that's the main reason why I haven't gone for it, and I probably won't do it in a video. If I do it, it'll probably be on a stream. Live fishing streams. Oh my goodness. So, by the way, and this is important, like, I don't fudge anything with, if that makes sense. You know, that's like legit. The times that I give you, I'm getting those times off my Apple Watch. Like, those are legit times. It really does take me that long. Okay, was that all the dirt? I think that was all the dirt. Yeah. My boy loves Minecraft. That's awesome. That's really cool. Yeah, my kids definitely went through the crazy I have to have everything Minecraft phase. You know, bed sets, you know, with the blankets and pillowcases and sheets and everything. All the t-shirts. Ah, that makes sense. WIGO. That makes perfect sense. So maybe you had it in like your channel description or something like that, what it meant. I'm not going to be able to sleep. There's no thunderstorm here. Okay, so basically this is what we would get for food. Now, steak is great. Don't get me wrong. But I would rather have steak for like special events. You know, if we go on big exploration trips or we're doing trial chamber stuff, that kind of thing, I would bring steak. But just hanging out around the house, baked potatoes or golden potatoes, I think would be fine. Yes! Thunderstorm. Let's go. Okay, so, I mean, I'm not tired yet. Things seem to be working, at least relatively well for now. Let's go on an exploration trip. Why not, right? What can I put away? All the foodstuffs. Oh, but you're going to see, here's a spoiler. It's not that big of a spoiler. But I have a mod that I downloaded just so that I could hold lanterns the correct way. That's it. That's it. I mean, it does change the texture on them a little bit. Makes them a little bit more 3D. But I just wanted to be able to hold it right. So I'm going to be talking about that in the next video. It's not really a spoiler. But yeah, you see the texture is a little bit different. I don't really care about that as much. I just wanted to be able to hold it. Oh, come on, Wygo, you're not old. None of us are old. So here's another funny thing. And if you're young, I mean, absolutely no offense, and I absolutely love having you as part of, you know, this community. Absolutely. But I've noticed ever since I started doing like the more chill thing and the longer videos, the community's gotten a little bit older. And I'm not saying there were like, you know, a few thousand birthdays that happened. No, it's just older people are tending to gravitate. Yeah, see, that's perfect. I bet your dad would love to spend time with you doing anything, even if that means playing Minecraft. Oh, does it? Is it when I do this? So someone said the sword or shovel in my hand looks different too. Could be. I thought it was just the lanterns. I prefer longer videos too. Again, I'm getting away from those, because the whole Minecraft meta for the longest time was the longest video you could make was like 20 minutes, right? And if you were making the super fast editing stuff, it really needed to be like 12 minutes. That's just a lot of pressure. And it actually takes a heck of a lot more work on the editing side to make something like that happen. I would rather spend that time doing really weird fishing montages as opposed to doing all these crazy cutscenes with the transitions and all that. Goodness, sorry, I had to cough. Okay, let's get rid of this stuff. Let's go on a short adventure. I don't know how long I'm going to be here on the stream, so I want to make sure we get something done other than just walking around in circles. So I can put this here. I can put the lanterns away, even though I do really like... Oh, look at all this cool stuff, by the way. We got so much cool stuff from the trial chambers, and I have not played with the wind charges at all. I need to do that on a video or something. Like literally the only times ever I've done anything with wind charges were what you saw in the video, and the very anticlimactic little jumps because I was probably doing it wrong. Sorry, just reading the chat. Yeah, that's probably true about the third person thing. You didn't miss anything. Jeez, the first long time I was messing with audio issues. because I couldn't get my microphone sound to come through. And I know it's a weird setting that I still need to mess with. And why am I only getting feel horns in this world? That kind of stinks. All right, what do we need? I think I've got everything in my ender chest. I've got my shield. I'll take it out, but I don't think I'll need it. I'd rather not do it flying. Just because that's not as fun. So we're going to need this out. I should get some more blocks, just so I have them. What do I have a lot of? Nothing. That's the thing, is basically when I started using this, I stopped using this. Do I have dirt at least? I know where there's a bunch of dirt. I don't want to use my coarse dirt. We're going to use a oh, you know what? Even though it's ugly. Nah, we'll use coarse dirt. Just to have some blocks on me. I have a ton of dirt somewhere that I can't show you right now. Well, to be fair, yeah, I know the technical issues are terrible. But it had been, I don't know, at least a year since I went live last time. Oh, perfect. So, hello, Braden and Grayson. I assume you're watching right now. And oh, here, hold on. Let's do this the right way. Let's do this the right way. Here, Wolfie, you're in this too. Hello, Braden and Grayson. I'm really glad that you're enjoying my videos. I love the fact that you're watching it. I initially started making these videos for my kids, so if you're enjoying it, that's fantastic. So yes, Satterfield, that is true. The 11 to 12 minutes is because of the, so that you could get, what are they called? Mid-roll ads. So it's like a minimum of that. Absolutely, Philip. So that's why they would do it. Plus, they were really looking for the younger audience, right? And the younger audience generally doesn't like longer videos. Even though that's funny, like my 9-year-old, that's all he watches is really long videos, longer than mine. So it's interesting. That was like the meta. But there is something that I've noticed. Now, nobody, even the big YouTubers, don't get a ton of money from ad revenue, okay? So I don't mind telling you this. I'm not going to tell you how much I get from it, but interestingly, I get more from ad revenue now than I did back then. And I've got a theory for that. So the ads that come up in YouTube are very much geared toward the viewer, right? Oh, I want to grab those potatoes. And kid ads don't pay very well, right? Because kids don't have, you know, generally that much spending power. So companies aren't going to spend that much on ads that are targeted towards kids. However, when the vast majority of your audience is a little bit older, they get much better ads. Just something I've noticed. That's my theory anyway. So that's just an interesting thing, how the meta in Minecraft YouTube kind of went against everything monetarily. So I do that with podcasts, or I used to. I guess I don't as much anymore. Satterfield, watching at 2 times the speed. At one time I was doing it 3 times the speed. And every time, I've got a bed, right? Yeah. So let's do this. Every time I would have a podcast playing in the car and my kids were in there, they would complain right away that they were like getting headaches and stuff. Yeah, I think that theory is pretty close. It makes sense. So why would you want to optimize your videos for lower paying ads if the ad revenue is really important to you, right? Oh, here's that thing. I don't know if you guys remember from my video. That was like a legit surprise drop. This is where I went when I was first going down this river. And you see this right here? It'll actually pull you if you get close. I don't know if anybody remembers that from the video. Really? I wonder if there's a way that I can control that Wego. Come on. Hey, a panda. Does Double Stuff need a friend? If we were to get another panda, what would I name it? Because Double Stuffed is obviously like Oreo themed, right? I'm curious. I'm trying to think. And if you're familiar with the series, which I think most of you are, you'll know what's coming up. I think I went with anti-gravelty. And I'm always worried that I'm going to accidentally hit it, by the way. Hey, how's it going, Purgatory? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, that makes sense, Wygo. I'll look into the settings. I'm sure there's something. I usually just go with the default of whatever the default is. Hi, Sarah. Hello, hello. Welcome. We've got, by the way, so I used to stream, I mean, not all the time, but definitely more than once a year, right? I probably used to stream every few weeks. And I had never, ever gotten more than 18 concurrent viewers. Currently, I've got 31. So that's huge. So thank you so much for showing up for what me is a late night. Maybe that's the secret, right? But I generally go to bed really early. Fence around it or a glass container? Yeah, maybe. But I'd be worried. So like if you put any blocks around it, it's going to cause a block update if it touches it. And I'd just be too worried about doing that. No, absolutely, Wygo. I totally get what you're saying. Dumpling or Chewbacca? Those are good. Am I on the East Coast? Yeah. And it is way past my bedtime. I'm an old man. See, look at that. I mean, that's not as exciting because the dirt doesn't get the gravity. But I love finding little things like that. They're almost like Easter eggs. Dumpling or Chewbacca? I wish I spent more time over here. Now, I love the village that I'm doing, and I'm actually having a lot of fun kind of building that out. And I'm kind of doing, I don't know if anybody's a fan of Ethos Lab. He's like my favorite YouTuber and Minecrafter. But he's had this thing, if anybody's not aware, you know this whole new trend of having forever worlds? He set that trend before it was cool and before it had a name. He's got a world that's like, what, 12, 13 years old now? It's whenever the Minecraft initially, officially, say that 3 times fast, initially, officially, was released. That's when he started the world, like literally that week. And he's still got it going. It's crazy. But the way that he does it is he has a lot of ongoing projects at any given time. And it probably annoys most of his viewers because they're really excited about one project and he doesn't finish it. And then it might be like 6 months before he goes back to it. But it keeps it fresh. I really need to do a raid. Oh, a raid, like a village raid. Or are you talking like stream raiding? A koi pond. That's interesting. Yeah, exactly. Like the OGs. They've had Forever Worlds forever. I like that, Cameron. A village raid. Okay. I didn't bring any of the potions with me. Oh, by the way, this is at actually, I know for a fact it was episode 4. And the reason I know that, and it's really funny, 2 of my videos have gotten a lot of comments. Episode 4, because that was the one where I'd gotten kind of some, trolly comments, and I was responding to them, basically saying like, hey, this is my world, my channel, my experience. I'm gonna do it the way I want to do it, Hey, thank you for subscribing, Breedub. You've just officially become a tater tot. So that was episode 4. And I did not expect, on that little, very unplanned rant, by the way, I did not expect to get that kind of response. And that was pretty darn cool. And the other one was, I think it was when I was doing the End City rating. And I just said, one of my older kids and I had been talking about, I didn't bring any saddles with me, had been talking about game balancing stuff. And I mentioned, oh my goodness, that I think that mending should be an end game item. I think it should be either End City loot, or they should have, as a part of the end update, end villages. And oh boy, did people have opinions on that. Which is fine, right? Like, I like the Discord. I like being able to talk about these things. But goodness gracious. Cameron, see, you were talking this whole time and you weren't even subbed. Well, welcome to the Tater Tot Nation. I think that's what we're calling it now. Welcome, welcome. The problem is, I don't think any of this is unexplored yet. If I was smart, and I've done it before, you can actually trim the chunks whenever you're updating to a new Minecraft version, so that any that you've just like walked through, but it's not a part of like, your builds, any of your bases, anything like that, you can basically reset them so that they'll be brand new with the new update. So that way any cool terrain generation, like a pale forest, might not be so far away. Yeah, exactly, Wygo. That's my opinion on mending as well. I remember the days, I'm going to put on my old man hat. I remember the days when you just had a bunch of tools and a bunch of extra gear because it was going to break. And not only that, but you didn't know what you were going to get out of the enchanting table. So you might have like a double chest of enchanted pickaxes, and only like 4 of them are ones that you would actually use. That was totally a thing. I'm looking, I'm reading your comment, Evelina. Yep, I'm right there with you, Evelina. I'm not a really big fan of, I guess I never started on the whole watching shorts thing. Or TikTok, and I know that's a really, I won't go into the, you know, the politics of TikTok. Just not something that I've ever been into. I'll say that. I just know there's gonna be some powdered snow up here. I know it. I have my shovel handy. I'm good. Yeah, that's true, Christopher. That's absolutely true. It is fun a lot of times to give yourself restrictions, right? And I've done that plenty of times. I had a series, I can't even call it a series. I think it was only 1 or 2 videos, which makes me really sad, by the way, because it was a really good idea. Or at least I thought it was a really good idea. So it was basically, hardcore. I'm trying to think of how to say it. But you cannot go out in the sunlight. Does that make sense? So when you could only go out at night. I called it vampire hardcore, I think I called it. So you could only go out at night, and you could only eat meat, right? And you couldn't trade with villagers because they were like the enemy, right? So the only thing you could do is kill villagers. So a lot of times what you would do, my computer is really wonky. Goodness. Minecraft froze, and then it unfroze, and I was in powdered snow. That was not good. Let's sleep through it. So I didn't have any mods. The main mod, like the only real mod that I was going to be using with this vampire... Oh yeah, look, there it is. The only real mod that I was going to be using for the vampire hardcore was... there was one that would make you burn in sunlight. Other than that, I was just gonna, you know, kind of pretend. Say, oh, I can't go out in the sunlight or whatever, right? Maybe light myself on fire. It was very much, I won't say scripted, but it was supposed to be like a Minecraft movie. With storytelling and that sort of thing. You'd figure out how the vampire got that way, and you know, there'd be some sort of resolution at the end, that sort of thing. So I was just going to kind of pretend on the whole burning in sunlight thing. But it does make it considerably more challenging, because basically you have to be in places where there's going to be mob spawning. I'm drinking green tea. Which I shouldn't be doing with the caffeine, but again, old man bedtime. Are you gonna make it? Are you gonna make it? Alright. He had a lot of HP. So still nothing. But I really like the idea of that series. The problem was, have you ever had an idea, and it doesn't have to be like in the game or anything like that. Have you ever had an idea that you were really excited about and you cared about it so much that you couldn't do it because you were pretty sure you were going to mess it up? That was the vampire hardcore for me. Which is unfortunate, because I think it is a really good idea. And I hope someone does it someday. Let's see. The Minecraft movie. So, oh, the reason that there's so much iron is just because we're in the mountains. I think the new easiest way to get iron early game is just to find a mountain these days. Because there's so much exposed iron. The Minecraft movie. I'll watch it. You know, I don't know if I'll go to the movie theaters to watch it. You know what? I might. Because when is it coming out? It's soon, right? Huh. One of my kids just told me like yesterday when it was coming out, and I'm just not tracking. I did not commit it to memory at the time. So try to find a dark oak forest. Okay, I will. That makes sense because they're basically modeled after dark oak. Makes perfect sense. Now where is dark oak? April? Okay. So I'm trying to think. What do we have in April? I know one of my kids has a birthday in April. So maybe he'll want to see it. So here's the thing. Does it look really campy? Yeah. Yeah, it does, right? It's supposed to be silly. Because you got to understand who Microsoft is trying to, you know, market the game to. And market the game's content to. And that's not you and me anymore. We already play it, right? We've already bought it. And we're generally not buying all the silly things on Minecraft Bedrock, right? Like in the marketplace. You know who's buying those things? And you know who's buying the game for the first time? The people who are going to really enjoy that movie, right? So I think as long as you come to it from that understanding, like I am not the target audience for that movie. And that's okay. April 14th. That sounds about right. I'll watch it. Again, I don't know if I'll see it in theaters. Only on like a special occasion, but I know I'll watch it. Look at that guy. He's so excited. See ya. Oh, he got me. Did you just say ow? That's awesome. It reminds me of very early. No, I'm not going to do that, Wygo. Not in this series. I've tried to keep the... I don't know, maybe that's one of those internal challenges with myself. I'm trying not to use, like, chunk base or anything like that. I want to find stuff naturally. Nope. The donkey almost got it. I don't even know why I'm fighting these guys. I've probably already raided this. Come on. Alright, let's get in here. Do I have blocks? Yeah. Oh, jeez. They're excited. Settle down, guys. Where's the door? So this... Oh, look at all those arrows. This song I used to use a lot as well. It picks up right here. So that was kind of fun. No, I don't play Bedrock. I play Java. I mean, I've got a Bedrock family server. But no, for YouTube, I generally only play on Java. So, before we look, one, how much do you want to bet that I've already looted this? And then two, how much do you want to bet that if there is a horn, it's going to be feel again? Because that's my luck. Have we looted it? Maybe? But I'll leave this stuff here for another day. You've only ever played Java? I've played both. Like I said, for like family realms and stuff like that, Bedrock is better because my kids are generally playing on like devices. Now, which direction did we come from? That's the question. I think this way. I'm pretty sure we came from this way, which means we're going that way. Can he do the water bucket clutch? Oh, jeez. That's not a good side to do it. Sure. Well, I did it. And then I got hit by a bunch of arrows. Alright, we're out of here. They're going to chase me for a while. I have feather falling on my boots. And I really need it because I fall a lot. Now the question is, did I actually hit that water bucket clutch? Because I thought I hit the edge of the block like this. Oh, jeez. So many of them. Yeah, shoot each other. That's fine. See ya. But I always have feather falling on my boots. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. So I actually, before I got started today, and I was going to install it, but I changed my mind. There's a cool mod that has, it's called M tape. So it's like measuring tape. So you can hit a button like right here when you're looking at this block, and it'll actually measure how far you're going. And that'll be significantly easier the next time I do like a big exploration video, like when I go on one of those. I don't want to call it camping because that's been used by Luke the Notable. And Ian in the comments called it fishing, going on a fishing trip, which is really cool too, by the way. But I'm trying to find maybe just an exploration trip. That one where I go like 10,000 blocks away on the nether roof and end up in a jungle anyway. Yeah. No, I have Feather Falling 4. It's always the first thing I get. You've only ever played on Bedrock on the PlayStation. Yeah, World Edit is helpful. It's, and even better than World Edit these days is Axiom. Axiom is amazing. I did, in my last series, I think, like the second to last video, something like that. I made a giant volcano. It took me so long, even though I made it in creative and then just, you know, did Lightmatica to kind of rebuild it in my survival world. It took me so long to do, but it was significantly easier because I used Axiom to make it. I'd used a world edit before. I used to do it especially for texturizing the sides of things. Like for this, I would say, you know, 20% stone, 10% stone bricks, you know, that kind of thing. And it would just make it kind of random. But I don't really like to texture like that anymore. Not like quote unquote random. I like to have more splotches. But yeah, I used to use it all the time. Going on a walkabout. That's not bad at all. Got those Crocodile Dundee vibes. I was way too young to be watching Crocodile Dundee when I did. I feel like half the movies that I watched at an early age, I would not let my kids watch. Your laptop is from 2013? Yeah, it gets tough. It really does. Like, even if you do, you know, sodium or Optifine. Where's my boat? Like, on especially older computers, you're still going to have to crank it down to, like, you know, render distance of 9, that kind of thing. This was a very short river. Oh my goodness. 37 concurrent viewers. That's bananas, guys. That's absolutely bananas. Did he? I missed that. I love that. I watched all of them. Just trying to get to a high vantage point. I'm not really worried about getting lost. You know why? Because I've got that. Nope, not that. Where are you? That. My magic compass that takes me back home. And that's going to be really cool. I plan on having a whole shulker box of those lodestones. And I'm going to call it my GPS. So at any point, I can see which direction I need to go to get to anything I want. Like, I'll have one for, like, the industrial district, one for the village, one for whatever else we do. Just have a ton of them in there. So I know exactly where to go to get anywhere. I think that'll be really cool. Oh yeah, the whole showing movies to kids. Totally. I've gotten some pretty stern looks from my wife on more than one occasion. Because I'm like, oh, you're going to love this. I'm like, oh boy. I think that's just part of it, I suppose. Look at the variation. Now I get that, well, no, even between the two oak trees. Because these are different biomes. Here, let me do this. Now, let me turn that off. That's ugly. I may have been using that earlier. So this is Stony Shore, where this is. And this is Forest, where that is. Look at the difference in the leaves and the grass. That's pretty cool. And I don't think I said hi, Mr. Barkin. You just binged the first 15 episodes of the series. You're really enjoying it. That's awesome. I'm really happy you're enjoying it. Like I said, this has probably been my favorite series that I've ever done. And I know everyone probably says that. But I don't feel any pressure. I'm not like, oh, I've got to make a volcano this week. Nothing like that. So the only thing that I'm thinking of in Crocodile Dundee is in the first movie, and I think aside from this one scene, it's probably fine. But the first movie, they're at like the hotel or the office party or whatever it is, and the female character's boss has a specific way of partying at this Christmas party or whatever it was. And that's the part that I don't really care about my kids seeing. So no volcano? No, I'm not doing another volcano. I'm not going to say I'll never do another volcano, but not anytime soon. Took me a really long time. And it was fine. I really liked the volcano. But yeah, no, I was burnt out after the volcano. That was the problem. How's it going, NMGG? Willkommen. Yeah. I would try to do an Australian accent, but that is one that I cannot do. I think I've got respiration. I think the only thing I'm missing on this helmet is Aqua Affinity. I mean, I'll take the emeralds. That's it. Any others? Do we do it? I guess we do it. I can always use books. Yeah, that really did it for me. Not just the volcano, but that series. I like the concept. I was on the island. But, kind of ran out of ideas. So I'd much rather this kind of series where every, 5-10 episodes, I just drop everything and let's go exploring, I've got lots of different projects going on at one time. Yeah, that's a good idea. Why go? Oh, NMGG. That is the question of the stream. So you weren't here, but the first 40 minutes. Oh, really? I already got this one. The first 40 minutes, I could not get my microphone to show up at all. So I'm just happy it's here at all right now. I've got to do some troubleshooting between streams. Okay, so this is, I need to go southwest. So let's do a little bit of cheating. That way. Right there. I mean, I can boost it a little bit more. Here, hold on. Really? So you can hear it fine? I'll turn it up a little bit more. Because why not? There, it should be a little bit louder now. So it's interesting. I actually don't watch that many live streams. I'll occasionally watch one. Like I had Impulse on earlier today just because I was hanging out. But I don't get like notifications when he goes live or anything like that. So I like to watch him because he talks a lot about like the YouTube thing. And like family, and you see that? That's dark oak. And if that gray over there is actually gray, we'll check out the buried treasure chest first. Yeah. The random kind of sort of goal is to maybe potentially find a pale forest. I think I did turn it up a bit, by the way. I mean, maybe not enough. Okay, so now we need to go this way. So I started out saying that I was going to do chores, but really I just walked in circles around the base area, fed the cows once, harvested the crops, but that was about it. But I was also trying not to give spoilers in the base area. So I was working on something earlier today. Okay, now straight south. I got my boat, right? Yeah. And a lot of the volume stuff might just be the way that I'm talking into the microphone. And I don't know what's going on with that. I'll try to fix it. Eventually. Who knows when I'll be able to stream again. Oh, that's really cool, Mr. Barkin. That's something that we could have done. No, I'll do that in a video. Or maybe another stream. I got a Woodland Mansion map. And I haven't even looked at it, by the way. 42 viewers. Goodness gracious. Welcome, everybody. I don't know if you're all subscribed. We're supposed to do the YouTube thing. Hold up. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my live stream. If you're not currently subscribed, it's free. Doesn't cost you anything. You can unsubscribe anytime and it really helps my channel out. I don't know. Do it if you want. Oh, where am I going? So now I need to go north. What, east? Yeah, it's over here. Okay, so the trick if you're on Java, I will show you in just a second. So you put the back end of the little white arrow to the center. Did I already get this one? This looks really familiar. To the center of the X. And then you turn off your mini HUD and you pull up this bad boy and you cheat and you put yourself right on the 9th block of a chunk. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so there's 9 and 9. I can't even show you what I'm talking about. Hold on, maybe I can. Yeah, right here. Can you see my mouse pointer? This 9 and 9 with, and look at the map. And you see where that block is? I've already gotten this one. And that was me digging out. Ugh. So, I'm gonna litter. Now, I've got to find out where that dark oak... I need that map. I was northeast So I need to go that general direction. Ugh. Maybe I'll hold on to the map for now. What's new in the jungle? Well, if you're not caught up on the episodes, I would tell you, of course, do that, right? But the last one, I made a sushi stand with a fun fella named Kevin manning it. And then I've also got a tourist stand. That's really exciting. I gave everyone names. There is one villager who has a job, kind of, who does not have a name yet. I'll just say that. And maybe they'll get a name soon. And maybe I already know what it is. Okay. Yeah. Somewhere around here, I think. I should see the Dark Oak Forest. This is kind of where I was. What song is this? Oh, it's a Low Res Bones. So I don't know if any of you watch Low Res Bones. He's not coming out with videos as often anymore. But he is so incredibly good at just storytelling and stuff. It's amazing. It's not playing Minecraft. It's making videos, if that makes sense. Like he's actually telling a story and oh, it's really good. So I'm not sure where that Dark Oak Forest went. I was over in this corner. Hey, Mr. Barkin. Thank you for subscribing. I was just kidding, kind of, right? I was just doing the YouTube thing. Oh, thank you very much, Checkmate, and welcome to the stream. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And I'm glad it works to put you to sleep. Oh, Mr. Barkin, no comment. But if I were talking about that villager, then unfortunately that villager's name has already been selected. And I kind of have to do it. This is not a Dark Oak Forest. Goodness gracious, there's a jungle. Of course there's a... Oh no, that's... It's jungle and then Dark Oak. Perfect. And I know this is brand new chunks. It's really cool. And I think this is a sparse jungle. I always like sparse jungles. Yeah, recrossing the ocean. No, I don't think I've been up here. Is that it for the Dark Oak Forest thing? Oh, jeez. Get out of there. Oh, and eventually, like, I'm gonna do the whole sniffer archaeology thing. I've actually never done it. There's a lot of things I've never done. Good night, Evelina. Absolutely, no worries. I should stream more often. Kind of forget how much I enjoy it. So that Dark Oak Forest was really short-lived. I'll just follow this coastline. Hopefully we'll find another one. Ooh, what's that? That's a mangrove swamp. Yeah. I don't know. We're adventuring, right? Looking at more of the world. I should grab a bunch of mud. Is it a warm ocean? It is a lukewarm ocean. Wish you could sprint in a boat. I don't know if anybody is familiar with Skizzleman, but his big thing right now, or I guess has been for a while, is that he wants enchanted boats. So one of the things from an enchanted boat is it would just be faster, right? Another thing is being able to go up on land like this. I think he calls it off-roading. Come on. Oh, there were just, I think there were like 7 or 8 different enchantments that he came up with it. I don't know if that would be my priority necessarily if I were gonna add something to the game. But you never know. I should stream more often. Maybe I'll try to make a point of it. So I've done a really good job lately. Like, I don't know if you noticed how much faster I put out my last video. I think it was like exactly 1 week and 1 day. So I've actually gotten a lot better at scheduling my time. And another thing that I did was I got rid of all the video watching apps on my phone. And that helped significantly. Like, the only thing I have is YouTube. And mainly because when I drop my youngest son off at school in the mornings, I'll actually watch... we have like a whole routine. Like, we get there 15 minutes early and we do the Wordle together, and then we'll watch. Right now we're watching Smallish Beans together for, like, you know, less than 10 minutes, because it takes us a little bit longer to do the Wordle than I care to admit. So we're watching like 10 minutes of these videos at a time. So it takes us forever to get through them, and it's kind of perfect that way. And it's just like the last, you know, right before going into school thing. So that's a special time for me. So I'm not going to remove YouTube from my phone just for that. You love Skiz? Oh, what am I up to tonight? Organic Oma? Exploring. And we could say we're looking for a pale forest. But it's kind of like a haphazard, you know, trip to find a pale forest. I've done a lot of other things along the way. Yeah, the duck boat. I've ridden in one of those. Probably more than one. What do we have here? Anything good? Nah. No, it's fine. Sometimes I like to leave stuff like that, just in case there's an emergency. You know, like, let's say I die, or something weird happens, and I need to make some iron armor, or an iron pickaxe, or something like that. I like to have these little stashes around. Not that I'll remember where it is, or anything like that. A Scumpus, yep. I've used a Scumpus before. I don't know if I have in this series. Maybe I have. Single stuffed. Okay. Oh, mega stuff. That's another one. Who do I watch on YouTube? Huh. So, I'm trying to think. Ali Abdal is probably the main non-Minecraft person that I watch. I'll go back here because of the dark forest. I used to watch Joe Robinette with my kids. He does like bushcraft, kind of survival, camping, fishing trip kind of thing. Really like him. He had like a really bad like motorcycle dirt bike accident, and he hasn't been putting videos out as much. It's actually really sad. But so I haven't watched him in a while. As far as Minecraft goes, I've got a couple of rules. I think I only have rules for 2 Minecraft YouTubers. And those are Ethos Lab and B000100. If I get a notification, and I don't have notifications for that many content creators, but if I get a notification that an Ethos Lab video has come out, pretty much no matter what I'm doing, I'm watching that video. If I get a notification that a B-Dubs video has come out, I will actually look at my calendar and schedule time that I can dedicate to that video. So it's not like I'm going to drop everything right now and watch it. It's more like I want to dedicate time to it. And that's mainly because B-Dubs in this season of Hermitcraft, he's done much more than just doing like really good builds, which is what he's kind of known for. I don't know, he's doing something special. His actual content creation is setting trends. And it's like making art in video form that just happens to be Minecraft. So yeah, that's who I'm mainly watching. You haven't heard of any of those creators? Yeah, oh well, thank you. Thank you. So, Ethos Lab, he's just been around for a really long time, and B000100 has as well. So I've watched his single player world that he's had forever. I just really like him. Whenever there's a new update, he does his own very thorough analysis of every single new block in the game. And he's just very much about like the technical stuff. And B000100, he performs magic in Minecraft. And I'm not talking about redstone or anything like that. He's just a phenomenal content creator in Minecraft. For what I like. Impulse is single player. Trying to think. Unless you're talking about the naked and scared thing. I don't know if that would be single player. But I don't know if I've watched any dedicated, and I watch Impulse, but I don't know if I've ever seen like a dedicated single player video of his or series of his. Oh, I can get rid of that now. Dan TDM. I'll have to check that out. Oh, look at the wolves. The wolfies. That's the same kind, right? I have not been diligent on keeping track of all the new dog breeds. Oh, what about the new chicken breeds? Beenan and the dad plays. I'll have to check them out. Really? Then I probably watched it. Sorry, I'm talking to you, NMGG. All right, Satterfield. Thank you so much for dropping by. Go home and rest. Oh, and here's the other ones. That's a tot. We didn't see wolves that entire time, and then all of a sudden we see both of them. Oh yeah, so it just been announced. New chickens. And the interesting thing is that it's not just kind of biome dependent. They actually have different eggs. So one of my older kids, who I talk about like Minecraft balancing issues and new updates and stuff like that with all the time, he asked me what my opinion was on the new chickens. And he wouldn't accept that I don't really have an opinion on that. I mean, that's neat. Just another cosmetic thing. And I like cosmetic things. New cows and pigs too. I don't know if I knew about the cows. I think I knew about the pigs. Do I know how? Okay, so let me look. It is that time. Let's call it another like 24 minutes. Have it even on the hour. 'Cause I gotta get to bed too. We have a very busy day tomorrow. But it's not until later in the day, so I'm not too worried about it. But my youngest, who plays baseball, and basketball, but mainly baseball, he's got a game, basketball game tomorrow, and then he's got a Little League baseball assessment tomorrow, which is like tryouts, but they do a draft. So you want to do well in it, right? And he'll do well. I'm not worried about it. But then we have travel baseball practice like immediately after that. So it's going to be a lot. Yeah, I really like... I watch Gemini Tay. I mean, I don't have a rule for Gemini Tay. I just, watch when I can. I don't watch Pearl as much. I watch Grian, Mumbo, Impulse, like I said. I'll watch Tango sometimes. I don't watch as many of the Hermits as I used to. I used to watch like all of them. I don't have time. Or I guess I don't make the time for that anymore. We can do that. Unless there's a tree right there. The Dan TDM. Now I'm definitely gonna have to check this out. Really? No worries, NMGG. Totally get it. Thank you for coming by. Okay, so I've got to... Hold on. I've got... Mommy milkers? Milkers? Oh, like milkers. Okay, so mommy milkers. Okay, well, hi. Welcome to the stream. Oh, he's British. Goodness gracious. I'm not going to watch him then. So, true story. I work in, we'll just say IT. And one of my first IT jobs was I was on a telephone help desk. Not that we service telephones, like it was a computer type thing, but you know, they called us. We were off-site, remote before remote was cool. But I supported like 7 different companies, and a few of the companies that I supported had offices all over the world. So Australia, you know, UK, South Africa, that was fun. But so I worked the night shift, so I would often, you know, field the calls from people from all over the world. It was actually really fun. But I remember, and oddly, you would get regulars, which I guess makes sense now. It's a lot of the same people are kind of having computer issues. And I had some regulars from England. And every time I called, look, you see that over there? It's a dark forest again. Every time I called, and I wish I could remember the guy's name. I don't remember what it was. But I would say, you know, hello, is so-and-so there? And whoever answered the phone would go like, "Oi! It's the Yanks on the phone again." It was so funny. And that's just how they would do it. And then, you know, we'd get to talking, and he'd ask if I had any good cheeseburgers lately, and I asked if they were still upset about the Boston Tea Party thing. It was a really good time. If that job paid better, I'd still be working there today. It was a lot of fun. So right now, aside from YouTube, I'm reading a book called Trust. Oh, goodness, a skeleton. It's, I don't know. I'm only like a couple chapters into it. It seems as though it's like really early, not Wall Street, but like before Wall Street kind of thing. And it's a novel, so it's fiction. But they're still kind of introducing the story, if that makes sense. And I'm also listening to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series, which I'd never read or listened to, and I am loving it. It is so incredibly funny, and I had no idea. But the author, that's what got me on that. Okay, so the author of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is British, and I'm listening to the audiobook, and it's actually the author reading it. And he does an extremely good job, especially for an author, not a voice actor, you know, reading a book. But the reason that he does such a good job is because the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series started out as a radio program. Yes, don't forget to bring a towel. Absolutely, Curtis. And welcome, by the way. So it started out as a radio program, and then he wrote it into a book. So of course he's going to be awesome at reading it. But it's really good. I'm on the 3rd book. About halfway through, probably. You're from Scotland? I want to go to Scotland so bad. I'm convinced that I have some Scottish blood in me. But as an American, I don't know if there's many countries that would let me come visit these days. So there's more dark oak over there. Yeah, right? Really small dark oak forests. Heading out for the afternoon? Okay. Thank you for stopping by, Sarah. 4:42 a.m. So I missed that whole part. I got stuck on the Scotland part. Goodness gracious. I don't know how you do it. I can't do it. Not anymore. I've got rockets. I could use them. Maybe we'll go over there really quickly. I just hit the microphone with my face. We'll use the rockets. Is that against the rules? Well, I made up the rules, so it should be fine. We'll use the rockets because we've just got 15 minutes left. So if we're going to find a pale forest, we're going to find it. Oh, in Brisbane, Australia. Awesome. I used to talk to people in Brisbane. All over Australia, actually. In that help desk job, oddly. There's a village. You're 33% Scotch-Irish, okay. I have always wanted to visit Australia as well. There's a comedian that I was listening to. I like to listen to stand-up comedy as well. If I'm in the car, you know, or whatever. And there's a comedian, I'm never going to remember his name. But he was from Australia and he was comparing some of the laws. We'll just say that. And it was really funny. He did a good job. Not that anyone will know who I'm talking about. Hey, look, another jungle. Wait a second. You have got to be kidding me. Anybody know if this looks familiar? Oh boy. That's funny. Well, here you can see firsthand. And I love this floor. Somebody pointed out I stole it from XP Crafted, and that is 100% correct. Because I love it. Except I wish I would have been able to put some spruce in it as well. Oh, very cool, Curtis. So I think I've read the or listened to the Harry Potter audiobooks at least once. For John Deere, I know exactly where you are, Curtis Brown. I'll leave it there, but I know exactly where you are. And now I'm wondering how you found my channel. Oh, I thought I was thousands of blocks away from my base. Here, let's go sleep in one of the rooms. I always go in this one. Let's go in this one. Yeah, I know. I could have flown a long time ago, but I was trying not to. Okay, so here's what I have planned. I've got to look at my board. It's not on my board for this episode, so it's not a spoiler. So the next thing that I'm going to do here is knock down this building right here. You know why? I'll show you why. Oh, the floors, that's XB Crafted. He did it in his, like, I guess you'd call it his starter base for this series of Hermitcraft. And it's awesome. So when I'm doing this, okay, and you've got to remember, most of the time, it's like this for when you're making thumbnails. It is really hard, especially because for this thumbnail, I don't know if you remember, but I did a split screen thing. I had, I think, the whole jungle base area on one side and then the inn on the other. So because of that, I had to put it like on a side like this. And I think I had shaders on. We'll give that a few seconds. Yeah. So it was like that. And I just could not, it was really hard to get a good look, right? Because I also thought about getting it from this side, except that building is in the way. So that's the next thing that's going to go, is that building right here. I think I already took everything out of it. Yeah, that's all junk that I left behind. But I do want to have this village as being like a recurring project area. I really do. So you know what? I know for a fact, if we're over here by the base, and I didn't think about it before, hold on, let's follow the river. That over here, no, I wouldn't, these chunks would have been loaded. So there's no way that there would be a pale forest. But I know I knew about this dark forest right here, or dark oak forest. So if I had reset those chunks, then there's a good chance that there'd be like a pale forest right here. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't have too much of an impact, for the shaders, the FPS. Oh, geez. You know what? I do have an impact, though. Why didn't you guys tell me? Ugh. Oh, that is much better. I was like, it looks really weird when I'm flying. But if you look, so we're here in the jungle. I'm getting great frames per second right now. And I actually have it limited at 70. It would be much higher. With 1.21.4, it's just smooth as butter. So let's look at what it is with the shaders. And you got to give it a second. Wait for everything to load in. Which does take a second. But not nearly as long as it used to. But yeah, it's not bad. I mean, once everything's loaded in, it'll stay at around 45, 50. Ah, yeah, there we go. I see the messages now about the FOV. But yeah, so I'm at 20. It's still loading in. But again, it'll be like anywhere between probably 30 and 45, maybe up to 50 with the shaders on. So that's not too bad. Just takes long down to load. Yeah, I can. I've done like full shaders live stream series before. And it's fun. Oh, look. So awesome. The little things in life. Oh, LT. Hey. So if anybody doesn't know, Lord Thaddeus is a really good friend of mine, as you can see by the little blue wrench next to his name. And he is a content creator. Right now he streams 2 times a week. And sometimes he comes out with regular YouTube videos. Sometimes. Not as often as he should. But I tell him that all the time. But check him out. He's actually, oh my goodness, so much better of a streamer than I am. Really good. So please check him out. Not just because he's a buddy of mine, but because he's really underrated.